I'll pull out the Glock, put it on his forehead, and spill his brains all over the concrete.
Another day has gone.
And a point and goodies to all of you Ramblemaniacs and all you BC aliens out there. And it goes a little something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Ramblemania show probably brings to you. I'm your former 13-time Ramblemania heavyweight champion, your former inaugural tag team champion, and your then now forever Ramblemania hardcore champion. I'm your villainous live man. I'm Hazel the iZombie. Welcome back to another episode here of Total Nonstop Ramble on the Ramblemania show. This is the post-Slammiversary show. Slammiversary took place over the weekend. Here's what we got taking place today on July 25th. We got Nemeth, the new world champion, kicking off the show here for Impact tonight. We will be hearing from the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, later. We got Steve Maclin taking on Cody Deener in a one-on-one match. The new tag team champions, ABC and Matt Hardy, take on The System and JDC. We got Trash Bag Francis going one-on-one with Sami Callihan. And in mixed tag team action, Eric Young and Knockouts champ Jordynne Grace take on Ash by Elegance and Alex Hammerstone. And also, do not forget, we will be live later for the Ramble of Honor show. We will be live tomorrow night for Death Before Dishonor. What time is that show going to be on? They're just doing the opening right now for TNA. They're just showing everything that took place at Slammiversary. Jesus, man. Okay. Whatever. I'll figure that out later on. TNA is now started. We are underway with the show. And it's time to see the new world champion open up the show here tonight. And yeah, I forgot. He's not the IWGP Global Force Heavyweight Champion anymore. That's David Finlay now. I'm thinking they're still in Montreal. Yeah, they're still in Montreal. All right, well, let's hear what the wanted man has to say tonight. More than likely, Moose is gonna come out and declare his contractual rematch clause. I will not be surprised if they do it tonight. Who do we have in the chat here? What up, Young Wolf? Our champion in the building. There go the "You Deserve It" chants. You're sick. Okay. What does that mean? That doesn't really mean anything. That's a big crowd. Even TNA can sell a crowd. What's going on, Johnny? How's it going, man? Point and good to see you. I'm all right, man. I'm just glad I got to get everything that I needed to get done before I had to go to before tomorrow, because tomorrow I go back to work. Oh, he said any wrestling company. Looks like we're gonna get a world title match tonight. It's Ali. It's Campaign Singh, though. Well, here comes our former X Division president, but our current TNA president right now, Mustafa Ali. Can we get this in the main event? Because this man, Nemeth, said anytime, any place. Boo this man! Boo! Yeah, they're still in Montreal. Oh, he wants to shake Nick Nemeth's hand. Oh, that was a forced handshake. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. The title looks good on Nemeth. I'm not gonna lie. The title does look good on him, but I'm still not on board. Oh, great. You want to talk about screw jobs? Yeah, he's an ungrateful piece of shit, young wolf. Do you believe in Joe Hendry, Nick Nemeth? Oh. This man's checking his pulse. All right, yeah, handshake. Yeah, real handshake. That didn't look real, though. Yeah, I knew it. He was going to start talking shit now. Whoa! You don't say stuff like that,
You
bro.
out of pocket.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
You out of pocket.
Everybody screwed Ali in Montreal. Everybody in Montreal screwed on Ali.
You out of pocket.
No! And the crowd is chanting, "You deserved it." Can we just get to Ali challenging Nemeth for the world title tonight? Like, this is now they're just stalling for time. Shut up when the president is talking. Oh my God. You know what? We got to stop with the whole great again nonsense. I don't speak French Canadian, so I don't know what they're saying. It almost sounds like omelette du fromage. Oh, he's going to drop you on your ass. Oh, okay. He stepped back. He stepped back. I mean, why are you playing the Joe Hendry song over and over and over? I don't even do that. What's going on, Hasim? Pointing, good to see you. Yep. We will be watching the Go Home show tonight. And if we have enough time, maybe me and TJ might throw in a little predictions for the matches that they have available. For we will be live for Death Before Dishonor tomorrow. Oh, Ali got sent over the top rope. Campaign singer super kicked. No, Tanahashi's done. No more knees. He can't walk anymore. Like, I think we're good. We don't need president versus president. We're good already. dear God. So Saturday, not only will we will be live for the Collision Battle of the Belts 11. Oh, next week, the wedding of PCO and Steph DeLander. Oh my God, she is looking like the absolute bride of Frankenstein. But yeah, we will be live for Battle of the Belts 11 just right after Collision. Stop saying he's my favorite wrestler. He's not my favorite wrestler. That guy's a piece of shit. Looks like no NXT people are on the show tonight. Comic-Con Festival Showcase is coming up tomorrow. Yeah, they had the WWE guys and the AEW guys do their little press conference on the new figures that they just unveiled at the San Diego Comic-Con that's taking place now. New figures look pretty cool. The Konosuke Takeshita one does not look like Konosuke Takeshita. That looks like somebody else. What is that thing? Kill it with fire. Oh, broken Matt Hardy's back. Who? 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 Who's Matt Hardy talking about? It's probably Joe Hendry because he said someone we all believe in. But yeah, I just now got to see the Death Before Dishonor card, and it looks like it's gonna be one hell of an honorable show. The card is looking like a solid bars right now. Now all they have to do to see if this card that looks like a bars could live up to the fucking hype. Like, if I could tell you right now what match I'm most excited for, that's not the Diamante and Layla Hirsch Texas Death Match. It is most likely it's mainly all the women's matches I'm pretty much excited for. I'm kind of ready to see Red Velvet and Queen Aminata hold on to these women's belts. I'm kind of ready to see Lee Moriarty have his moment, finally get a belt, because Wheeler Yuta's been holding on to that belt for way too long, and he had it for way too long when he was out for injury for those 6 months. I know the Texas Death Match is gonna slap like crazy, but then this one I didn't even find out until I was setting up the stream for it, and that's the Survival of the Fittest match for the World Television title, and that's Atlantis Jr. defending against Leo Rush, Shane Taylor, Brian Cage, Lee Johnson, and Johnny TV. And then we got the Briscoe, sorry, not the Briscoes. That's stupid of me. The Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross, Kevin Von Erich's kids, taking on the Dark Order of Evil Uno, John Silver, Alex Reynolds. This is a trios match, but it's not for the 6-man World Tag Team titles. Would you rather have a lackluster build and a fire show card, or a fire build kind of mid card? I mean, look, I'm just looking at the card overall. The card overall, the entire lineup, I'm saying that it's a bars just for the match card. But I gotta watch the show to see if it's gonna live up to that ranking. Because back then, a lot of people don't know this. We used to actually do predictions, and we actually would grade the card the same way we grade the matches and the pay-per-view overall. And even if we say, oh, this match card might look like a goat, or it could be a gut, sometimes it could end up being a bars, or it'd be like a bad to a, oh my God, who clearly booked this entire shit. All right, we got Frankie Kazarian backstage talking to Nick Nemeth with the Cream Man beside him. Frankie Kazarian is like, do we really? Nick Nemeth's brother? We can't have an unsafe working environment take place. A Hungarian boy? He means hungry boy. All right, so Ryan Nemeth will go one-on-one with Frankie Kazarian next week. And it has been made official. Ali Nemeth world title match next week as well. You didn't have to remind people, Matthew Rainwell. I already told the world. Yeah. The only one that still has a title is Alicia Edwards. The system not having a good night after what happened. And it looks like we're going to start with one of our men's one-on-one matches. Oh, I got to get down. That nigga's shooting with M4s and assault rifles all over the place. I don't think my Glocks is enough to hold me down with that kind of firepower. But yeah, Steve Maclin going one-on-one with Cody Deener. Yeah, that was kind of a bummer that Maclin was the first dude eliminated from the main event. I was kind of pissed. I would have been okay with Kazarian getting eliminated first, but then my heart was like, I kind of wanted him to win because it's been his time for a long time, the longest TNA veteran in history next to Eric Young. Oh, so they made it official at San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, like we didn't know that was going to happen a long time ago? Oh, shout out to Camille Brickhouse for making her debut last night at Blood and Guts, for becoming the official heater of Mercedes Moné. It's probably going to be a good run going forward for her and Mercedes now. I kind of been asking for Mercedes to have a heater, but I was expecting a mic heater for her talking because her talking sucks. But Camille's better. Wow, yeah, they did that. for Maclin. They said, nah, 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 nah. Hey, 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 goodbye. I think it's more than likely because you're the foreigner and you're on French Canadian soil. You're an American, so you're kind of technically the heel here. Really? They told Shinsuke to stop surfing for once in his goddamn life and come to Japan to wrestle Cody and AJ Styles, and it wasn't even for the title? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, it's a Cody Deener. I was not watching TV last night at all. It was a Utah holiday where you could shoot fireworks off. My neighbor was shooting fireworks over my house, so I had to stay outside. Well, that's cool. I'm happy you got to see some fireworks, Johnny. Oh, it's for the title, and Cody won. Of course, Cody will win. You know why? Because Merca. They would never have Shinsuke Nakamura win in Japan. And they will never have AJ Styles win there, even though he was big in Japan, and he still is after that match with Naomichi Marufuji. God damn, that match is great. This man is doing the people's gimmick. The Rock might have a lawsuit. The Rock. You and every other Cody crybaby, Johnny. What? Oh, they're just okay with saying the word prick now on television? Back then, TNA used to censor the word crap. Bell has wrong. We are underway. Luthez Press. Well, we are on our first match of the night here, guys. And we are starting hot. Cody Deener on fire right now. Deener now up on the top rope. Goes for a crossbody, but misses. Maclin with the Psycho knee. There's the backbreaker. Wow, the crowd went quiet the minute Maclin got into offense. Maclin's chopping Deener in the corner. Goes for another chop now. Runs the ropes. Back elbow now. Sends him down with the cover. Deener kicks out at 2. Oh, my favorite ref is there. Awesome. Backbreaker. Maclin now trying to wear Deener out here. stretching his back out. Oh, sticking another backbreaker, but Deener with an arm drag there. Some right jabs. Bionic elbow. No. Sprinkles the fist. Hits a clean shot. Atomic drop. Lariat to the corner. Another lariat. Goes for the bulldog and it connects. The people are roaring now for Deener as he climbs up the top rope. Maclin back up on his feet. Cross body now connects. Here's the cover. Maclin with the shoulder up. Oh. Olympic slam. Oh, lariat to the back of the head of Cody Deener. Maclin now has Deener in the tree of woe, and it's time to tag him and bag him right into the crosshairs. But it's not over yet. KIA. It was nice knowing you, Deener. Yeah, Young Wolf, I saw the damn picture with Drew and Jack Perry. I don't care at this point. They're at a convention. Are WWE still that, like, butthurt for having their wrestlers not associate with the AEW people? Like, aren't we all working in the same occupational, like, job? We're all pro wrestlers, but in different companies. I think it's asinine that it's like that Drew had to get a phone call from Nick Khan and Triple H while they're in fucking London speaking to the mayor, trying to see if they could get WrestleMania on there. They're on the phone with Drew, like, oh, you got to delete that fucking tweet because I don't look good. Like, honestly, it's just two assholes trolling, which that was weird. My table just started shaking. I think I might have a ghost, guys. But yeah, I think it's just stupid. It's just two idiots trolling only to get back at one person. Like, guys, leave it alone. And honestly, they are just feeding off the ego of the IWC. This is probably what the IWC wanted. Like, oh, see, more people hate CM Punk. Meanwhile, on Deathmatch TV or Death Machine TV, Bottom Dollar finna get a foot up his ass. Says Chatterson. Sami basically saying, I'm finna go up in that ring and put my boot up his ass. And it's like, I don't know if you could do that. Right up his ass. There's kids in the audience, bro. Ass! And I'm guessing that's going to be the match coming up when we get back from commercial. I thought that was good for Drew McIntyre character. I don't think that was the character. Johnny, you understand. I don't think that was the character, because if that was the character, then he would have not been told to delete the fucking picture. He would have just kept it there. But the company, it's the company that's like, you got to delete that because you can't be, having pictures and being associated with wrestlers from that other company that we're at war with. What are you doing? WWE are still believing that kayfabe is alive, is still alive and kicking in 2024. Like, no, bro, this shit is dead. We all know y'all travel together. Like, what difference does it make at this point? Like, I know Bailey got the okay from Triple H to go appear in TNA shows and AEW shows when Naomi and Mercedes were doing their stuff. Liu debuted a new remix of his theme on Ring of Honor. Oh, great. I can't wait to hear that later. Again, I just think it's stupid. Like, we should really stop with this whole like Punk stuff because you're now just boosting the IWC's ego even more now. And I don't think we need to get their egos aroused by a picture like this. Like, oh, look, more people hate Punk. Let's join them. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some undercover t-shirt shop makes a t-shirt out of that. Just out of that picture alone. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. And it won't be pro wrestling tees because they'll get sued by the E immediately.
Immediately.
Of course you do. So does everybody else, Johnny. But again, it's not nothing that should be that big of a fucking issue. You already know immediately by like tonight, if certain podcasters are on tonight, or tomorrow morning when they do recaps for certain things, that's probably going to be the first thing that they talk about is that picture alone of San Diego Comic-Con 2024, Drew McIntyre or Drew Galloway and Jack Perry taking a picture together. And it got posted online just to get a shot at one person in particular. I'm going to have to mute this. Hold on. Yo, Temu got their own Michael Jordan. What the fuck? That's crazy. Like that says a lot, fam. Name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, damn. I thought he was making an appearance, but no. Next Tuesday on the Great American Bash. Joe Hendry live in concert. Yeah, I think he's overstaying his welcome in WWE because he's now the most appeared person in TNA to show up in NXT now. All right. We're getting more Joshua Bishop. Okay. Honestly, at this point, Joshua Bishop right now is here for corporate chilling for Griselda to promote the Fourth Row promotion. Heels have eyes. That's what he's here for. He's here to promote and most likely to help assist Trashbag Francis. But he's not an official member of First Class. David, what's going on? Port and goodies to you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Ramblemania show. Guys, we are at 404 or 405 subscribers on YouTube. Let's get to 500 by the end of this year. Just my opinion. They made Joe Hendry into Danhausen of NXT. Not really, because he doesn't curse people in NXT. Thoughts on Liv Morgan? She's trash. But yeah, David, Johnny says hi. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Liv Morgan. Trash. All right, well, somebody's finna die, and his name is not Sami Callihan, right? TNA, right? Johnny, if it was me, I'd be like, don't defend her on her behalf. But that's your opinion. I'm not gonna force you to... No, I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna leave. I believe Finn and JD are probably gonna lead the Judgment Day. I do believe for a fact that it's going to be either Finn Balor or JD McDonough or JD McDumbass that's going to screw Rhea Ripley out of winning the World Championship, leaving the Judgment Day and joining Liv, starting their own little faction. She's okay. I just hate her gimmick. I think she's a great wrestler. I like her hot mess gimmick better than her fucking Karen gimmick here in the company. Like, I don't like cringy gimmicks. That's what I'm not a fan of. But she's a great wrestler. Oh, that I could agree with, and everyone could agree with that. Chelsea Green is one of the best workers they got in the company. I just wish that she would be utilized a bit more than a Karen gimmick and being stuck in the tag team. Because I also think Piper Niven could shine as a singles competitor as well. Thoughts on John Cena retirement? I mean, it was gonna happen sooner or later, right? All I gotta do now is just watch 2025 and enjoy Cena's last run with the company before he's officially gone for good. But he'll come back for like random appearances, not to wrestle, but just to show up and corporate chill some stuff. Maybe be a host for a pay-per-view or whatever. Maybe a WrestleMania, some sorts. I don't know. But I think he's going to have a great retirement tour in 2025. One final Rumble, one final Chamber, one final Mania. Maybe we'll see him win one more world title. Is there rumors of AJ Lee coming back to WWE? I do not know. I don't read a lot of rumors like that specifically about AJ Lee because I like to, keep away from those articles because they say that a lot with AJ Lee. It's the same thing with Punk all those years ago. Like, oh, Punk's getting back into shape. Do you think he could be making an in-ring return? And then 2021 came, and then, the inevitable happened with Punk coming back, which is great. I would be happy if she makes a return, but that's her decision and her decision alone. I don't think it should be something that people should talk about unless AJ Lee makes a video saying she is getting ring ready to make a wrestling return. 100%. Everyone should start talking. But everyone should shut the hell up about the rumors because we don't know for certain. We have to wait on her decision. And no, we're not going to hear from Punk, even if he tells us otherwise. I'm not saying we can't trust Punk, but Punk says things and no happen. I'm happy Punk's back. I'm happy for Punk being back in pro wrestling overall. Not just AEW, not just WWE. I'm just happy that he's back on TV, back doing stuff, working with younger talent, working with the next generation of wrestlers, and, getting a good spot on TV. He doesn't have to feel like he's being underutilized. He's doing the best with the Drew McIntyre stuff, and it's big money right now. Speaking of retirement, IWC bugging George Dragon come back home and all that other shit. You know what's funny, Young Wolf? In about a week's time, his contract is about to expire. His contract ends August 1st. And he has the world title match on August 25th at Wembley. Thoughts on the LWO? Damn, I don't. I mean, there's only one close way that I can say about the LWO. It's not working. It should stop. We gotta kill it already. After WrestleMania 40, they ruined them completely by having football players show up and save the day. Nah. Like, I like Rey Mysterio. I like Zelina Vega. But she's also becoming very cringeworthy. I think half of the women's division in WWE is absolute cringe. That's because WWE actually respects Lucha Libre tradition, and they told Ray to keep the mask on. They want to do a mask versus hair match between him and his son, but we don't know for certain that will even be the case. All right, back to the match. Plus, Ray was perfect to have the mask back on. I don't think he was made to take the mask off. And I don't think there's anyone in WWE, even his son, that could beat him in some sort of gimmick versus his mask. The mask is money, and it will always be money. Mox's contract was up while he champion. back then and with the Punk Mock stuff. So who's to say TK don't do the same with Drag? Well, yeah, they're gonna extend his contract because again, he has till the end of the year to finish up. But his original contract that he has is coming up. Dominic is like in his mid-20s. I really don't know, David, but he's kind of like in his mid-20s at this point. I don't get too specific with age, and I don't want to go on Wikipedia to actually do research. The match is back on. It's been on for a while. I'm trying to pay attention to this. But I really appreciate you asking all these questions. You can keep on going. I want Moxley to go back to WWE. Nobody wants that, Johnny. Only you. You just got the dub in your eye. Oh, damn. And that trash bag too heavy for Callihan. And he just... Thoughts on Ricky Steamboat? Great talent. Great talent back in the day. Great legend. One of the great Intercontinental Champions for the time that he had it. That WrestleMania 3 match where Macho Man Randy Savage is still an instant classic in my book. Oh, cannibalism! Cannibalism! Is Ace Steel in the building? Yeah. That's like mid to late 20s, Young Wolf. Oh, hits him with the Michinoku driver. Honestly, David, that's a trick question because he's had great work everywhere he's gone. I don't think there's been one bad thing about Paul Heyman that he's done other than the stuff with The Undertaker and Paul Bearer in the cement crypt and managing Ryback. Oh, yeah, and the mass transit incident. But everything else, that's a trick question. All the promotions that he was in, he did his best work. The Dangerous Alliance was great. His management with Mean Mark Callis was great when he was Mean Mark Calloway before he was Undertaker. The ECW stuff was amazing. His WWE one was great. Pre-alliance, during the alliance, post-alliance with Brock Lesnar. Oh, Joshua Bishop now. Oh, there's his involvement with a lariat onto Sami Callihan. And the stuff with Roman. The stuff with Punk was great. Everything that Paul Heyman's done touches the goal. The WWECW revival would have been great if Vince McMahon didn't have his grubby fingers all over it, putting it on TV. I never watched a lot of Special Delivery Jones, David. Never watched a lot. I could say good talent for what I saw for the time that he was around. Because I do believe he had like a run in WCW at the time in the early 90s. But I wasn't really watching a lot of SD Jones. I grew up in the late 80s. No, don't know George Wells. All right, we got Rosemary now in some decrepit hallway with a board with pins and wires. And in the middle of it all is Ash by Elegance. Cesaro would have worked if Paul Heyman wasn't mentioning every week how he was the advocate to the man that broke the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. If it wasn't for him doing all of that, overshadowing Claudio Castagnoli, maybe a good run would have been perfect with him. Maybe he would have been the one holding in the Intercontinental Championship instead of Curtis Axel. Great All-American wrestler. I thought he was better than Hulk Hogan. I thought, honestly, if you want to talk about All-American wrestlers, Dusty was the true American. He was the American dream. Hulk Hogan could call himself the real American, all that bullshit, but a real American was Dusty Rhodes because he was a hard-working man. Hulk Hogan had to juice himself up, oil himself up like he was a chocolate starfish hot dog flavored expired water. Get a career in bodybuilding, that didn't work. Try to be in a band, that didn't work. Lived in a van, that didn't work. And then all of a sudden, he's a pro wrestler in the AWA, goes to the World Wrestling Federation, becomes the biggest star there. I think it was just stupid. But Hogan had a face and a look for the World Wrestling Federation to give him all the high praise, all the money, all the recognition that they had to shove down our throats throughout that time. Yeah. Hogan lies a lot. He is the ultimate pathological liar. You already know I'm not the one to bring up politics, but why did Donald Trump blew a kiss to Hogan? Because he's one of those. Johnny, he's one of those.
You out of pocket.
He's one of those.
Hey, yo.
That's all I'm going to say. He was great for his time. I do believe the drugs is what ruined him. The drugs and the alcohol is what definitely ruined him. And he hit rock bottom so many times. Like, I saw that documentary that he had on Netflix with DDP, and that was very heartwarming. After that, I just told myself, this man could do it. He could literally get back up on his feet. He could fight his demons. He could surpass recovery. And then they brought Scott Hall in the mix, and he got his life turned around as well, to the point where they both got in the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, you know what? DDP saved both of their lives, man. Like, yo, Scott Hall was on the verge of suicide. Jake Roberts, I think at that point, like, I think he was just trying to OD himself. And I love Jake Roberts. Probably one of my favorite heel wrestlers of all time because of his promo work. He didn't have to yell. He didn't have to shout. He could just talk to you in the most sinister way possible, in the most low-tone voice ever. And the amount of cigarettes that he smoked, that raspy voice, worked with his gimmick. And he was the perfect heel. Next to Roddy Piper, Jake Roberts was the perfect heel. Next to the Macho King. Next to NWO Hulk Hogan. All right, guys, we are now officially on hour 2, but do not forget, it is not over. Right after Impact is done, we will take a quick intermission and we will be back for the Ring of Honor stream, our Ramble of Honor show. I'm about to check right now to see if the show is over, how long we got. Let's take a look. See here. Oh damn! All right, I could ride with that. We got an hour and 35 minutes. That's cool with me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. All right, it's time for our mixed tag match. Thought it was a good wrestler for his time. Uh, I mean, I watched JYD matches when he was in the WWF, but I grew up watching WCW at that time. So I wasn't really watching a lot of JYD like back then. I saw him in WCW a couple of times. And, you know, when I saw some of his old stuff, I'm like, yeah, this guy's talented. But, you know, again, another one with drugs and shit taking a toll. He's another one that could have had his life saved if anything. But yeah, mixed tag match. It's Alex Hammerstone and Ash by Elegance taking on Jordynne Grace and Eric Young. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm like really high right now. Best Roddy Piper match in the 80s. Wow. Again, I was born in 88, so I wasn't watching like that. I started watching wrestling in 1990. But if I can say overall, like my favorite Roddy Piper match, what was the one where he won the Intercontinental Championship? I'm watching Takeover Dallas. Oh, WrestleMania 32 weekend. The debut of Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Sami Zayn. What was probably a 5-star match that stole the entire Takeover Dallas show. I forgot, what was the main event again? Was it KO versus Finn Balor? No, I don't think so. I like the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views. I like all the big 5 pay-per-views in WWE. I like WrestleMania. I like Royal Rumble. I like Money in the Bank. I really don't have a lot of thoughts on Jimmy Snuka. SummerSlam and Survivor Series War Games. But yeah, I don't have a lot of thoughts on Jimmy Snuka there. That one I try to stay away from because there's some good things I can say about Snuka, but then there's the bad stuff that I want to try to avoid. And that's like a thing. That's a line that you just can't cross. That also goes for Benoit. If you're gonna bring that up as well. Balor versus Samoa Joe. Oh yeah, because KO made his debut at Mania. At Mania 32. That's when he made his debut. That was the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. I think he was the Intercontinental Champion. No, those are not rumors. Those are not rumors. Because he went to trial, even though, you know, due to his health and age and shit, he couldn't stand trial. So there was no justice. But, you know, it's really all I can say about it. I don't want to get too deep into it. And no, again, those are not rumors. That's actually true. That actually happened. It's just now it took them 30 plus years to finally bring this back up. Never watched a lot of his wrestling, but I've heard great matches that he had, and I've seen some clips. But I never watched Bruno Sammartino, but I have heard of his stories of becoming one of the longest reigning, still to this day, one of the longest reigning world heavyweight champions in the history of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Roman Reigns was technically 4 more years away if they still held him as champion. Why did David Sammartino left the WWF in the 80s? Because there was some well, it wasn't even that David left. It was backstage politics. Oh yeah, no, there was a reason why David left. He didn't want to job out. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go by the script of how he was going to job out. So he did a match where it ended via a bear hug, and he just walked out of the company. And his father and Vince had issues back then because I don't know, something with steroids or whatever. I think Bruno didn't like where the company was going with the Rock and Wrestling connection because it was too, gimmicky, hokey, and it was getting too cartoony for the times. Like he wanted wrestling to be like a man's sport. But you got to build to a demographic, and Hulk Hogan was becoming one of their big stars. And the children were more important. I heard David wanted to be champion and Bruno was against it. No, wasn't that David wanted to be champion. It's just David wanted to be on the same spotlight as his father, but he didn't live up to the potential. He didn't have his father's charisma. He didn't have his father's style. He didn't have his father's physique. He had a big body. He was muscles, but he didn't have a lot of athletic capabilities to hold on in that ring. But yeah, all I heard was David Sammartino went into business for himself in a match. And that's why he left. I don't think his father would have never been against his son being champion. I think the thing was he just had to work hard and earn his stripes, not only from the boss, but from everyone else in the back, and get the approval of, all right, you're Sammartino's kid. You've earned your stripes after maybe 5 years. I think it's time for you to hold on to this belt. I think you're ready. But again, the Sammartino stuff, that has a lot of rumors and so many stories about how David walked out. But David technically didn't walk out because around the early 90s, there was a company called the UWF that was ran by Herb Abrams. I'm guessing Bill Watts didn't get the copyright trademark for the UWF. So now Herb owned it. And Bruno Sammartino was doing commentary for Herb at the time, which that's how his son got the gig for the UWF. So that was basically the very last time that you got to see the Sammartinos in another wrestling promotion outside of the World Wrestling Federation. Cokehead Herb, or I like to say Tony Khan. But yeah, guys, again, I want to remind people this Friday, we'll be watching Death Before Dishonor, followed by the AEW Royal Rampage event. Saturday night is the Collision live stream, followed by Battle at the Belts 11, which I just found out today was official. Fuck out of here. Hillbilly Jim was cool. Sold a lot of merch. Corporate Chiller. I think he talked a lot in the Hall of Fame though, which was ooh. But yeah, again, Saturday, Collision and Battle of the Belts 11. And do not forget, Sunday, twitch.tv/Ramblemania show. Come Weekly TV, Season 3, Legends of the Hidden Temple. And then Monday, there will not be any Raw this week for myself, and the Great One will be recapping the Death Before Dishonor event. Thoughts on Velvet McIntyre? Who the hell is Velvet McIntyre?
Huh?
I don't know who that is. If they didn't have to do so many call-ups during Black and Gold NXT, their dream matches would have been dope as fuck. Well, guess what? They're not. And there weren't that many call-ups. The Undisputed Era didn't get called up. They stuck in NXT until their shit was up and they had to go. Adam Cole was like, I'm not going to be a manager to Keith Lee. I want to wrestle. Although it would be nice to have story time with Adam Cole, baby, every week without being interrupted. But then it would have to be all about Keith Lee. Thoughts on Rocky Johnson, The Rock's father. Cool. Cool. Along with his partner, Tony Atlas. Cool. But he's weird. He has a foot fetish. Jordynne Grace almost had Hammerstone in a fireman's carry, but he's too big. Oh, with a Meteora. Ash by Elegance sends the Knockouts World Champion outside. Thoughts on Jesse Ventura? I don't really got a lot to say about Jesse the Body Ventura. I didn't really like him. Oh, Ash by Elegance trips Eric Young and his balls hit the turnbuckle. Oh, Torture Rack. Torture Rack is locked in. And Eric Young has to tap. It's over. Ash by Elegance and Alex Hammerstone win the match. Is Hammerstone busted open? Oh, I think he's bleeding a bit from his head. Oh, yeah, he is. He is bleeding a bit. Unless those are stitches. One of the best managers, best commentators in professional wrestling, next to Gorilla Monsoon, Gordon Solie, Jim Ross. Oh, and Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay is a great commentator. Like, he knows his shit. Mike Tenay knows his shit. Like, I wish there was a wrestling event and we had Mike Tenay and Jim Ross on commentary. That would just be a chef's kiss. Oh, brother, the sex lines are back!
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Thoughts on Big Boss Man? Yo, he served Al Snow his dog, and I thought that was cool. He fucked up a funeral of Big Show's father. I thought that was cool. And then he got hung at WrestleMania 15, and I was just like, you know what? He not cool no more. But may he rest in peace. Oh, it's official. They got the graphic up. Mercedes Moné taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. It's the CEO versus DMD. That's a tall motherfucker. That's really all I could say. The Maharaja will go one-on-one with the speedball, and I will put down the drugs. Oh, Los Macios taking on the Legend of Rot. Nice. A pick your poison. Blake Christian versus Vacant? What the fuck? This guy is getting booked a lot, bro. Addicted to drugs. He was amazing. One of the great Intercontinental champions for his time. I really liked this gimmick. Now I know why Josh Alexander is going to come out to speak. He's going to talk about why he attacked Joe Hendry, which could only mean one thing. That man is here and he will sing. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. All right, back to the TNA. Thoughts on Mr. Fuji? Great talent for his time, and then he was even better when he was a manager, managing Yokozuna. Awesome, just awesome. And then I found out Yokozuna was Samoan, not Japanese, and I'm like, what? It looks like we're looking at the one and only leader of the system that has a championship, while everyone else out there looking emasculate. Damn, damn. Alyssa's talking. She's trying to fucking hype up the fucking team. And
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Not saying a fucking word. Oh, shit. All right. Josh Alexander's new theme is metal as fuck. Judgment Day. I like this. It's better than that Def Rebel bullshit. Thoughts on the Killer Bees? Don't like them. Oh, that's in a few days, Johnny. All right, walking weapon. You got the ring. Get the mic. What the fuck does that guy have on his shirt other than Joe Hendry? That was a sign that he had taped on his shirt. Looked like prices. Didn't watch Big John Studd. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Even in his hometown, this man is getting booed. One of the best backstage correspondents to ever be a part of professional wrestling. I wish I got to meet him. I wish I got to meet him. But I enjoyed Mean Gene Okerlund. The outside is sounding weird. All right, the crowd needs to get louder. Like, what the hell? Sounding flaccid as fuck out there. And they're trying to get the "you suck" chants louder, but everyone else is like, fuck these kids. What up, everything pro wrestling? Important goodies to you. Welcome back to the chat. This man dropped the mic and he's not gonna explain shit. That could only mean one thing. Wow, he's getting the no, hey, goodbye. I guess no Joe Hendry then. Oh, fuck. Wait. No, no Joe Hendry. God damn it. The Rascals were on the NXT this past Tuesday. There's the new X Division champ. The man who never should have won that belt. He should have continued to chase it. $4,000 people. Goddamn, do that shit in front of 70,000 people. Oh no, wait, you can't because you're not in partnership with the AEW. Okay. Okay, look, more NXT appearance. Yay, Wesley's there. Ooh, I like his Majin Buu Saga shirt. Very acid trippy with the black and purple bleach. Trent 8 or Trent 9. Huh? What? Who? Where? Why? How? Que? Nani? They were really trying to count, but then they were high. Well, our main event will be up next as the tag team champions ABC team up with Matt Hardy to take on the System of Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and JDC. Thoughts on The Undertaker? Great legend. One of the greatest to ever do it in the sport. One of the best gimmicks, too. That and the American Badass one. But his dead man gimmick was just amazing. Even though all the stuff was just a bunch of tricks and shit, it was still cool for the time that I got to see it. I will still say my favorite Undertaker WrestleMania match of all time would have to be Edge versus Undertaker WrestleMania 24. Next to that will be the Undertaker Shawn match. Which one? It's 25 and then 26 right after. How did the Undertaker meet Paul Bearer? I do not know. That I do not know. I don't think I want to go deep down that lore to find out. There's probably some Undertaker documentaries on Peacock or A&E that I haven't seen yet that I'll probably find soon to watch. Didn't watch a lot of George Steele. Amazing. I thought he was one of the best world champions, greatest intercontinental champions of all time. I love this Macho King gimmick. It was so perfect. And it was the perfect time for him to turn heel when he won the King of the Ring. The Macho King boosted up his ego, boosted up his character. It made people hate him, which worked out for the benefit for Elizabeth to come back and save him after everything with Queen Sherry. His WCW run is a bit questionable because it's good and bad for how they utilized him for the, I think, not 6, like 5 years that he was in the company. But I think it's like WWE did right with Macho Man. I think they just did him dirty by, oh, you're 40, you're old, you can't do this, so join commentary with me and still get paid. But Macho Man still wanted to wrestle. I don't know because he only had one title reign. And I do believe that he requested time off while he was champion because, one, he was expecting a kid. But during that time, Vince was strict. It's like, you're the champion. We need you like every day, all day type shit. That's why a lot of guys went to WCW because WWF's road schedule is hectic. Absolutely hectic. Like, you only get 2 days out of the week to be at home. Everything else, just on the road, and you barely get any sleep. Even to this day, their schedule is still pretty grueling. The AEW schedule is relaxed. So is the TNA scheduling being relaxed. Because all they got to do, all TNA has to do is go to one venue, do about 5 TNA tapings within that one day, and they're good. They can just edit out the shows, no problem. I don't know. I don't know. I will say it was made by Jim Johnston. So the system out here representing America. Meanwhile, yeah. Oh, I hated Lex Luger. I was not a big fan of Lex Luger. David, there's one thing that I'll tell you about me. I was never a big fan of the all-American wrestlers. Hogan was not one of them in the WWF. WCW, when he turned heel, my favorite. I didn't like Luger's WWF run. I didn't like Luger's WCW runs. I didn't like when he was WCW champion. I don't hate him as a person. The wrestler, no, because he was never supposed to be a wrestler. He was a bodybuilder. He's the guy that loves to get oiled up every day. Like, oiling up to him is taking a shower. Yeah, Lex Luger oiling himself up back in the days was him basically taking a shower without using water. It was just, he bathed himself in baby oil and just flexed. You have a good night, David. Once again, guys, once TNA is over, we will be back in a little bit for our Ring of Honor show, Ramble of Honor. How can you take a shower with no water? Like I said, he just showers in baby oil. He replaces the water with nothing but baby oil. Matt Hardy now on the second rope. An elbow onto the left arm of Brian Myers. You know, he has his sights set on JDC at the rivalry that he's had with him in Slammiversary with the attack backstage on his wife. And everybody on the system goes to the outside. The Broken ABC, they are on top right now. And we go to our commercial break here. Ooh, could this should be ending early tonight? If so, oh my God, please. Please, let's do it. I would love to end this shit at 9:50. For fuck's sake, bro. Let me see. Yeah, we basically did everything that took place. The 6-man tag is the main event. So yeah, I think we'll be done by 9:50 tops. Good shit. Good fucking shit. Oh no, it's the hose. I'm talking about a garden hose, not that, not where you were all thinking for a minute. Where's the others? What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm bugging. I'm like, what the fuck is all this? Howdy Gable pitched internally for SummerSlam. Unlikely to happen. Oh, they're saying that it might not happen at SummerSlam? Why the fuck not, WWE? See, look, the picture of Drew McIntyre and Jack Perry is spreading everywhere. Doesn't matter if you delete it. That shit was just, it's not going to go away. Oh, shit. Maybe Drew can do apology posts. I don't know, man. I don't know. If they want to do apology posts, they would have just told that man, yeah, say you're sorry online, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you think you are taking pictures with AEW wrestlers? Oh my god, these Plexaderm commercials are so annoying. They're all like, All right, back to the wrestle. Ow. When did she do an apology post? I don't recall her doing an apology post. Most of the IWC anyway was like, just take a picture with a fan. Everyone in the IWC is like, they're going to both cry rivers now. They're going to go jump off real glass. That was before the AEW stuff. Like, this is a Comic-Con. This is an event where they're presenting new figures that are being made in production by WWE and AEW right now in separate events at this same con. The last thing that you need right now is a bunch of assholes taking pictures with each other, and then one of them posts it online and it gets a lot of backlash from not only people in the IWC, but then everyone sees it everywhere, and they're like, companies like, yo, take that shit down. Look, maybe there was a reason as to why he took it down. I don't know. Honestly. Look, everyone in wrestling is friends with each other, and everyone really needs to stop with that shit. Like, we all take pictures with each other every day. Like, don't do it. Stop trying to make it seem like there's going to be another Jimmy Jacobs incident. Like, oh, Drew's going to get fired for taking pictures with an AEW wrestler that also had beef with CM Punk. It's a moose. It's a moose. God damn, my nigga. Like, I get it. We are in Montreal. But everybody in the system, all American. Fuck you. They think they're going to save the motherfucker day, yeah. No, they're not. DCW take pictures with different wrestlers. Yeah, but that's the indies. Everybody is friends with one another there for a reason. They all take pictures together. And there's no like rule with that, because nobody is like contracted into these certain promotions, all these indie promotions. Like, no. Indie promotions, star promotions, they get stars, they pay the stars go out there and compete. That's it. That is it. These guys are not signed to indie contracts where it's like, oh, you got to stick with us for like 4 years and you can't travel anywhere else. Like, no, it's not possible. Indie promotions don't got that kind of money. They could try. Then he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. He's here. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it looks like he's about to get into this fucking brawl as well. Wow, there's a guy cosplaying as PCO in the crowd. Good shit. He got the costumes like literally on deck. God damn it, we on a commercial again. Looks like this shit is not going to be ending at 9:50. Fuck you. Excuse me. I still need TK to. No, stop that. Come on, man. Quit trolling. Now you're just trolling right now. We don't need Jinder Mahal to have a match with Hook. Let it go. Hey, puppy dog. Welcome back to the chat. Morning, good to see you, man. Where you been? I want Jinder Mahal to come to DCW. Okay, yeah, do that. Do that. Maybe you and Manny Lemon should talk about that. Be like, hey, you wrestle, right? Yeah. And you know wrestlers, right? Yeah. You think you could get the Maharaja on our show? Yeah. Why don't you just say what you really want? You want to see Takeshita take on a hentai monster. That's what you want, Young Wolf. But yeah, Cheetah versus Takeshita would be great. But you want Takeshita to take on a hentai monster. Trip to the other side of the continent, US, West Coast, East Coast, road trip. You went on a road trip? You went on a road trip? What was it like? What was your favorite state? What was the worst state? Did you have a burger in every state? And what did you learn from each state? Did you learn that not all cops are equal? Flew to DC, rode up to Connecticut, NYC, Maine, and Boston. Oh, you should have hit me up. I'm in Massachusetts. Maybe I could have went with you on that road trip. I needed to escape. Did you like enjoy some of the sights while driving along the freeway? Did you happen to pass the new WWE headquarters that's in Connecticut? Oh, well, Johnny, you know DCW gonna have to pull out that DCW money for Joe Hendry. Because Joe Hendry ain't cheap. That man, like, I need $5,000 and a hotel and a ride to the show. And I have to sing a song. Myers had Ace Austin in the headlock as he tries to go for a scoop slam, but tags in his partner, Chris Bay. Leaping lariat now. Turns, neck breaker. I didn't get to see the headquarters. Sucks because my mom, brother, and dad got to see landmarks on the East Coast. I didn't get to see one thing I really wanted to. That sucks, man. But I mean, look, overall, you got to be with your family on the road trip. I think that should really be more important. Because let me tell you right now, road trips by yourself suck. Like, whatever happened to Chris Danger? Haven't heard from him. That's a good question. What did happen to Chris Danger? I don't know. I don't know, And I'm not going to find out because I'm watching the main event. That was a stiff-ass shot by JDC onto Chris Bay. Sounded like a gunshot. She went, BOW! National Archives saw the original Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Nice. Good shit. All right, they're showing the matches for next week. Nemeth, Ali, TNA World Title, and Brother Nemeth taking on Frankie Kazarian next week as well. Oh, yeah. And for the first time ever since November of 2023, the TNA World Championship will be defended on free TV. Free TV. Free TV. Free TV. That's kind of better than chanting CEO. 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 Oh, yeah. That there was another letter. Last match he had. Oh, that was in DPW. Wasn't he supposed to have a match against Adam Cole? But I think Adam Cole is still injured. I think he. Yeah, now that you mention it, because you brought that up, that was a DPW event. And he was supposed to wrestle Adam Cole. He called him out. Nice sunset flip, but Eddie Edwards trying to fight it off. There goes the tag. Brian Myers legal, though. Because I remember that was during the time that Adam Cole was still going through the Better Than You Bebe tag team. Eddie Edwards now back into the ring. Yup, was going to take a tour of the White House, but we didn't get the tickets. We got to see the outside of the White House on a tour bus around DC. Funny story, the tour guy said that a 3-year-old slid through the gate of the White House and was hiding from the Secret Service for over an hour. I'm laughing at the Secret Service because they couldn't find a baby for an hour. What the fuck? He was also on MLW Battle Riot. He's been making his rounds. No, I don't think you're going to get a picture with the president. But getting tickets to tour the White House are really expensive. I mean, it's the fucking White House. Your best option is to just get pictures from outside the gates of the White House. And I mean like from a far distance. Because that's the closest you're going to get to saying, I got to see the White House, but outside. Oh, there go the elite attack, the delete attacks. Why did I say elite? This is not the elite show. This is the TNA show. Yeah, he was hiding in a bush. Wow. Excuse me. No, I don't even want to keep that comment on here. I don't want to see that man's name on this show ever again. I don't care if that man is in a fake Hall of Fame. You can get a tour, but you can't get to meet the president. You also have to book 3 months in advance. Yup, that is true. Oh, Moose just speared JDC! But God almighty! And Joe Hendry now has just clotheslined Moose. Miscommunication from the system there. And a twist of fate connects. Bay now up on the top rope. With the splash. 1, 2. It's over. No, you can't meet the vice president either. You can't meet any of them. All right. We are done with the TNA stream for right now. We're going to take a quick intermission and be back with an hour and 35 minutes of the honorable wrestling. So hopefully everyone that was with us here could come back later on and chat with us. My co-host TJ will be joining us in a bit. And with that being said, I will be right back. See you guys.
Another day.